Well, good morning, everybody. It's almost 11 o'clock here. We are in the camper, just got in the car. It was Tiny Dog and Johnny D, and we are headed off to Independence Lake. And we are going to go see if we can snag us a kayak. But I guess tell you what we're going to do. We're going to drive around the campground real quick and kind of check it out. I'll take the long way around and you kind of see what's going on around here. I don't think I've done a video or nothing on the campground on this thing. So this is Gold Ranch RV Resort in Verdi, Nevada. And if you look right here in the background, that's pretty well the hill is California.
So yeah, when you get turned around, that water tower, that water tank, the white thing you see up on top of that hill, that's where me and Taylor take our walk. We go down the other side of the hill and around the hill. That's our daily walk, sometimes twice a day.
So yeah, there's trails all back in there, and there's also some bike trails, like mountain biking trails and stuff.
And that's what we walk on as a mountain biking trail. But we, once you get to the top of the water tower, you're in California. So that's cool.
Yeah, but we figured we'd do it just a little bit different today. I'm just going to leave the phone up here on the dash, and we're going to drive that way, and then I may cut some of it out when I do the video, but that way I think maybe it'll be a little bit better video than what I put together before. So anywho, that's what we be doing. There's somebody there pulling into his site, or backing into his site.
Usually people don't come on Sunday.
Yeah, it's a little different.
He's skipping out on Sunday.
Yeah, he's not going to make it. Yeah, they're going to have trouble backing in.
Not on the first pass, anyway.
And then the fact that I'm sitting here is probably making him nervous. And he's on video backing in, so let's just see how this goes.
This will be fun. We can share this on social media if it's fun.
Turn it the other way, dude. There you go. There you go.
Getting it? That's a shiny new truck. You can tell he probably hasn't
He's
backed.
going to go and let me pass him, I guess.
No. He's going for another pass.
I was thinking to say, I'll let him. He's turning the wrong way. Oh, he's doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah, you got it. Got it, man. He's afraid of jackknifing it.
Right.
Okay. You're making him nervous.
All right, I don't mean to make you nervous. I don't mean to bother you, bud. You take your time. You do your thing.
Oh, that's a nice sight, too.
Yeah. So right here on the left is past that camper there, another reflection. That's the office. It's where the pool and stuff's at and everything. And then you come out of the park right here and you come into the parking lot of the convenience store / casino / coffee bar / Jack in the Box.
/ everything, and you have to go to the casino to pay for gas, to go to the convenience portion and everything. They make you walk through the casino. And me not smoking, I hate going in there because that is the smokiest casino I've ever been in, and it makes me want to eat a cigarette every time I do it. So I try not to go in there.
Yeah, we usually try to avoid that. In all honesty, we've been I think the whole time we've been here, we've been to inside maybe 2 or 3 casinos. We have not put a quarter in anything. And it just, it's
just not.
I just think
fun.
That's a bad, given where we are and the options that are available if we decide to gamble, I just think it's a bad habit to even think about starting.
I think it'd be okay to do it once or twice if you wanted to, but yeah, I don't care anything about losing any more money than I am in my gas tank right now.
Yeah. Well, gas has come down. We put gas in the car yesterday. It was
$4.50 something.
$4.55, I think.
First time it's been, under 5 in a minute.
Yeah, it's been over $5 a gallon for the biggest part of the time we've been here. It has been up to $6 a gallon for a while.
It's because the election's coming up.
So anyway, this is coming out of the RV park. Right here on my left, this is Highway 80. You'll be able to see the cars coming by. And I'm on the on-ramp for Highway 80. And we're headed towards Truckee, California right now. And once we get around Truckee, that's where we'll be going on to the Independence Lake. But as you can see, I mean, it's beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous up through here. This is just a cool ride. And when we first got here, everything that you see now that's brown, everything was green for probably the first, I don't know, what do you think, the first month maybe?
Oh, yeah, about 4 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. It was really pretty for a while. I mean, it's still real pretty, but it's not to the scale as it was. You still got all the green pine trees and all that.
So, but the brown on the mountains that makes it look brown back there, all of that was green, like springtime. I think it's sage and things like that, and it made it look like it was like, you know, nice, pretty greenery with grass, rolling hills. But then, you know, it only, I guess they're only green here for like the spring, like April, May, part of June, and then that's it. There's no more green until next spring.
The sign was telling me, was yelling at me to slow down there while everybody's passing me. I don't know that it's telling me to slow down. I think it's telling them to slow down because I'm going fairly close to that 55 mark. So you can see there, so Truckee 19 miles away, and Sacramento, California is 125. So this is supposed to have been I don't know, some kind of really difficult road to build, and I guess it makes sense when you look at where they're going through these mountain passes. I guess it makes sense. I don't know why I read that somewhere, but I did. Oh, here's the big "Welcome to California" sign. So right here's the line: "Thanks for visiting Nevada, and welcome to California."
Sierra County.
Yep. Got rid of that 55 now. Can't see it right now. Truckee River's over on my left. Truckee River is just, it's all like, makes me think of like the Little Pigeon River or something like that. Sevierville and Pigeon Forge. And decent sized river, but it's shallow and got in most places and got a lot of rocks and stuff. They do a lot of kayaking, they do a lot of fly fishing, that kind of thing. We're going to go around on Big Boy here. So you can see people there stop with their paddle boards sticking out of the back of the truck. Who knows where they're going. So yeah, we kind of went up here the other day and we kind of really enjoyed the kayaking. So we figured, hey, it's Sunday. Hopefully we can get up here and there won't be a ton of people here. If there is, we took a nice drive. If there's not, we're going to get a kayak and go wander around the lake for a while. Seemed like a good deal to me. And Verdi, where we're staying at, is probably, I think, like 5,000 feet, 5,500 feet, something like that of elevation, and it's going to be in the 90s today, low 90s. Once you get up in elevation, which I think we're going to be close to 7,000 up here, I think it's going to be in the mid-70s, might hit 80 degrees today. Of course, the water temperature is a little bit cooler, and it's a pretty sunny day, as you can see. So that is our big plans. Yeah, so tomorrow, John and I will have been married 30 years. I'm still walking. She ain't pushed me off a cliff or nothing.
He hadn't pushed me off a cliff or killed me yet.
So yeah,
first time.
You know, kind of proud of that.
Yeah.
Pretty happy about that. So yeah, had my girl for 30 years now. So yeah, but John's got to work tomorrow night, so.
But it's okay. I work 3 and then we're off for our anniversary vacation through California. So
I don't know what day you'll be watching this, but yeah, we're going to take off for California, and we'll go see what that's going to be like. So we ought to have a big time with that. I'm sure we'll have more videos and stuff to go with that one too.
I work Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then when I get off Thursday morning, I guess Marcus is going to pick me up at work, or as soon as I get home, we're going to pack the car, take the dog we found a lady on rover.com that dog sits, so she's going to keep Taylor for a week, and we pay her on an app on the phone. It's an older retired lady. Seems real nice, has a little outdoor area for the dogs. And
yeah, might want to look at that too. If if Monty or whatever, or if Daniel's dog or whoever wants to have somebody kind of watch your dog, Rover.com is it's kind of like getting a babysitter for your dog. You can get on there and there's people that watch the dog in their house. Of course you pay them something, but they're watching the dog in their house. You can go meet them beforehand, see what you think about them. And you're not having to take your dog somewhere and then put them in a kennel and wonder about whether or not, kids are going to take care of them or feed them when they should or whatever. But I think this lady that we found, I think she'll be very nice. Her and Taylor get along fine. She'll probably be in her lap all the time, I imagine. So it's pretty cool. I'm kind of glad we found that. Glad we found the lady we did. I think it's going to work out great. And she's able to, of course, Taylor's 12 and we've never had her spayed. So we didn't, I don't want to do that to her at her age.
And if she goes to a kennel or one of these boarding services that boards and doggy daycare places, since she's not spayed, all these around here will keep her actually locked up in a kennel all day. Yeah. Maybe take her out once or twice a day and I don't want her in a cage for a week while we're gone. So we chose to do this and find an individual person to keep her, so we feel a little better about it.
Yeah. I think it'll work out well.
And we went and met her, and Taylor went with us, so at least she'll be familiar.
So yeah, we just crossed back over the Truckee again. You can kind of see it over there a little bit. Well, you could have, I would have turned it earlier, but anyway. There it is. You probably get a snippet of it. But anyway, it's pretty cool, neat little place. I've enjoyed it a lot. We end up coming, we catch ourselves every time we're off. This is where we end up coming. Everything in this area there's just lakes all over the place. So it's a cool spot. Some kind of boardwalk over there, walking paths and biking paths. That's pretty cool. Very pretty place. I enjoy it. Well, we hope y'all are having a good day. Oh, there's the police. He done got him one. He can go get him another. Yeah, that's truck. It says DOT on it. He got pulled over. Rock slide area. I got some waters in the cooler in the back if y'all want one. I hadn't got any kind of drinks. I do have some Takis and some pork rinds.
Salt and pepper pork rinds.
And I think I got some pistachios in my backpack if y'all want some. We took a cue off you and we keep snacks in the car pretty well all the time.
Well, Martha says sugar's dropped a few times and he started feeling shaky, and so we try to keep something in the car just in case. It doesn't happen often, just if he's had something sweet for breakfast like pancakes or French toast or something usually.
And it happens, when you're fat and don't take care of yourself probably, I guess. So I think that's the main culprit. Overweight. I like cheeseburgers and TV and cheese, Mom, and cake, pie, Twinkies, oatmeal pies, all that stuff. See a little red car there in front of us. That's a Tesla. There's a lot. You see a lot of that around here.
Brand new black one just went by earlier when we was first getting on this highway.
Somebody else in their camper going slow. Find me an opportunity to get around them. They may be struggling with this. Is a little bit of a hill. It's not bad, but it is a little bit of a hill.
He's got an 18-wheeler in front of him.
Ah, okay. Let these people get around me, and then I'm going to ease on around all of them. he's got more than enough truck to pull it. Somebody else, probably got stuff blowing out their boat. So like I said, up through here, there's all kinds of reservoirs and lakes and things. There's all kinds of places. If you want to get out and ride boats, loaf and do stuff, this is definitely a great place to go. And before we get into, or won't be long, we're going to be coming up on it's the California state line checkpoint or whatever, where I think it's mainly for produce and stuff like that. They'll check big trucks coming in, but every time I've come through, they just kind of wave us on through, but they usually have somebody there kind of watching. It's almost like a toll booth, but you slow down, you may or may not stop, you at least slow down. You'll see. You see a lot of the same things, except it's run by the Border Patrol, when you get down south, Arizona, New Mexico, even in Texas, around El Paso and stuff. Notice the brown sign back there, that was Boca and Stampede reservoirs. So if I was to take, I think there's a right, there's an exit right up here on the right, and that would have carried us to the Boca Reservoir and the Stampede Reservoir. And all the reservoirs, they just water storage for, summertime use in the area. There's a lot of boating, a lot of swimming, camping, all that kind of stuff. So you have to take that exit right there and it carries you up to it. A lot of people out there rafting most of the time. Got a line of cars, can't get over. Guess I could. I didn't want to just cut in front of somebody. I'm hoping we don't get up here and it's just super crowded. It may be.
There's people fly fishing down there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Getting their trout on.
Yeah, this lake has got some kind of Lohan or whatever, cutthroat trout. It's one of the only two places that have them wild. But we went to the Nevada State Museum yesterday and they had one that was stuffed, taxidermy trout, and that thing was over 40 pounds. It was like a state record or whatever, but of course you're not supposed to catch them. You're supposed to release them. You're supposed to keep those.
I sent you a picture. There's all those pictures I sent, the ones at the State Museum. They're the big picture of the trout you see in there. There's only one, and that's the cutthroat. That's why this lake, Independence Lake, is a special preserve, and like you can't even wear water shoes in there without washing them in a special solution. You can't bring your own life jackets. You can't bring your own canoes, kayaks. Fishing stuff has to be sanitized. It's to protect their very delicate ecosystem, because there's only two places left that those trout occur naturally at that hasn't been destroyed. So they're trying to keep the ecosystem in this lake just so that's why they have the free kayaks and whatnot, is so people don't bring in stuff from other ecosystems and algae and things and destroy it.
So yeah, we found places here, places in Utah is another big one. A lot of the places we've gone, they'll have signs up saying, hey, don't be putting your boats in here. You either have to have it inspected or else you have to use their boats or something like that, because I know there's invasive species of mussels and I don't know what else, but there's other invasive species that can get in the water and cause a lot of havoc and stuff. I guess it'd be kind of like those, whatever you call them fish, flop up in the water every time you come through.
I want to say garbs, but that's not right.
I can't remember what, some kind of Chinese or Japanese
carp.
fish. Some kind of carp. I don't know.
Carp.
But anyway, kind of like that. They don't want that. They don't want to get rid of their native species, which I get it. So yeah, here's the big agricultural inspection station.
They don't care about stopping you when you leave, but when you're coming into California and stuff.
They don't want you to bring anything in. As you can tell, they mainly focus on the big trucks, making sure they're not bringing in produce, any kind of bugs and stuff in it, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? the car and searched yet, so I guess it's all good.
They got 3 lanes open today.
Yeah, well,
That's rare.
Buzz into this other one real quick. Is there even anybody here?
Usually there's not.
I don't think there's nobody here. It's a Sunday, they're off today. But we had to slow down. But hey, I got in front of the camper. No gas, anything else I can get in front of.
Your exit's in about 2 miles in that.
Yeah, I think it's exit 188. I believe. Yeah, I ain't got the navigation on. I think I'm about to the point to where
We know it.
I got a pretty good handle on it. I guess you can tell I'm Southern because I say handle, not handle. So, anyway. Ooh, they done got a yellow tag on the back of the
They
car.
gonna get towed.
Yep.
Probably had $1,000 worth of fines.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because your car's already broke.
Yeah.
You don't really want nobody adding no more crap to it.
Now you got fines plus towing fees.
Well, if you get, I don't know, you might get fined. I don't know.
Yeah, California fines you for everything. From
Well, we
blowing
used to
your
fine
nose,
people for
usually.
not being able to afford insurance. I guess it makes sense. So he's got his paddleboard on top of his Jeep. So yes, the other day when we was up here, we talked about the paddle boards and stuff, but when we were up here, the water was a little rough. And I think it would have been very, very difficult on a paddleboard.
Yeah, so
And
I think we're going to go with kayaks.
Yeah, the
maybe.
kayaks seem to be really
I
good.
enjoyed that.
Hoping we can find a good deal on them somewhere with the end of summer coming up.
Oh, and there's so many places here that sell them.
Yeah.
They're everywhere, and they're fairly cheap compared to other places because there's, I guess supply and demand. They're used more often, so they have a larger inventory.
But we'll probably end up, we'll be traveling around with kayaks on top of John's car, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be happening. If not now, it'll happen some point in time in the future.
I'll just have to remember that when I'm going to work and parking. I can't
This
just.
is 188 right here.
My parking garage is 6'8", so if I ever accidentally go in there with a kayak, I'm just gonna lose something.
So yeah, we're going to be going past the Donner campground or the Donner picnic area.
How
which
morbid is that?
That's, when you stop and think about it, that's kind of weird.
Who approved that? Like the government, the state, all of them had to approve this sign that said Donner Picnic Area,
Yes.
and I don't understand how nobody said, wait, time out. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, rename it or something. Yeah, but
Yeah, maybe Donner Memorial Picnic Area, but that's still, who wants to eat there,
so we're pretty well. We took the first exit in Truckee. If we wanted to go on into Truckee, we'd take a left. Of course, you see that. But we're not going to do that. We're going to skate on by. Truckee is a really neat little town. It's a pretty place. There's a lot of little shops and bars and little restaurants and things. Just a lot of stuff to get out and do and visit. But we haven't been downtown in Truckee. The only thing we've really done in Truckee is just drive through, or else we had there was some kind of flea market type thing we went to. Oh yeah, and everybody in this part of the world is crazy about these damn roundabouts. I don't know, I guess I've gotten used to them. You just kind of go and hope nobody hits you is kind of what I'm done with. Sometimes it works good, sometimes you almost die. Oh, that's a cool van. Did you see that? Did you see the camper van, the old camper? That's cool looking, yeah. I did. I don't know what that was. That's a sharp little car. Yellow BMW. That would be a good one for Mom, a yellow BMW. Convertible. We were going to put music in the background, listen to the radio, but as it turns out, I don't think you can really do that without having to worry about somebody
Copyrights. And,
copyright infringements,
yeah.
getting fines and stuff. So we're going to avoid that one. So your only entertainment is us. And the view, of course. Taylor, you look like you're about to fall off your bed. Would you like to reposition it? There goes the yellow Rubicon.
Where's comfy? Yeah.
Another camper van, paddle boards.
If there's nobody behind us, I was going to take a picture of this sign for the Donner picnic area. Here it is coming up, I think. Is it? Or we passed it already?
I don't think we passed it yet.
It was a terrible, terrible idea.
Well,
And you know, people who live here have never thought that was a terrible idea.
and I'm saying that, and I know y'all know who the Donner Party was. The Donner Party that so famously ended up eating each other to try to stay alive, living in. I think it was more for a long period of time trying to get through this area, through the Donner Pass.
It says a quarter mile. Here it is.
Yeah, it's up here on the right. So yeah, it was a late.
There's nobody behind us. Could you slow? Please? No? Okay.
Dude, what?
I was like, could you slow? Please?
Oh, I didn't know you
There's
only.
nobody behind us?
Well,
It's okay, we can get it on the way back.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
That's okay.
I didn't hear what you were saying when the window down.
Sorry.
It's amazing we're still married, ain't it?
Right? GPS saved us a little, I think.
I'm sorry I can't read your thoughts. I apologize for not being able to read your thoughts.
Okay, go back to Marcus Land.
And this is also one of the reasons we try to make it a point to get 2 kayaks instead of one.
Yes, two. Always.
So we come through here me and Taylor come through here by ourselves one time, and right there where that quarter mile thing was, they had search parties set up. So evidently they've got this young 16-year-old girl, and her vehicle are missing. She was at a campground or something around here, and she come up missing. I don't guess they've been able to find her vehicle or anything. So
How old was she? Like 16?
I think you told me she was 16. I don't know that, but it was a young female. I don't know. You got to be aware of that kind of thing. If you get to thinking about serial killers and that kind of thing, you always hear of California. That's where some of these people are at. So, and I'm sure all people are not like that. I know they're not, but it does seem like there's a lot of crazies seem to be in this area. We try to avoid the crazy. We have our own level of crazy.
It's just the right amount of crazy.
It usually sits in the passenger seat of the car.
Mostly, yeah. Sometimes it gets shoved out the driver's seat.
See, that's the level of crazy. She's going to shove out the driver.
Yeah, I can take over.
While we're moving, you can take over?
I can. I'm ninja fast like that.
Ninja fast.
Ninja fast.
Hey, I'm just going to tell you, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I don't think neither one of us are ninja fast anymore. Guarantee you, I'm not ninja fast. I'm sloth fast. I would be the fastest sloth there is. So yesterday decided we was going to go fast. We were going to go fasting yesterday. It was going to be our fast day. And we made it to about 1 o'clock, and then we ended up going to a barbecue restaurant. And
No, it was 3.
I had brisket and coleslaw and some kind of beans with barbecue in them.
And cornbread.
And cornbread.
Wasn't real
and
cornbread,
peach
though.
cobbler and ice cream. So yesterday's fast didn't go so well.
I had some bread pudding that was really good with raspberry sauce.
So we're going to try it again today. It's 11 now, so I figured it'll last us a little bit. We didn't bring a lot of food. We just brought chips. Oh, there's a
Oh, that
VW
is
van.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks nice.
That's cool.
They have that fixed
They
up
got them a
great.
kayak.
Yeah.
Another camper. I sure do hope we don't go up here and it's just covered up, but it's very possible it will be.
Maybe it won't be, because you have to have 4-wheel drive to get back here.
Well,
And it's a very...
we tried to take video on the way out of the other day, but you really couldn't tell what the road looked like. I mean, and the road's not horrible, but it is. You do need to go kind of slow because there are some bigger rocks and stuff in the road.
You'll see by how bouncy the picture is on the camera when we go down.
And it's probably 5 miles worth of it, of the gravel, rocky stuff. But it's not horrible, it is. But you wouldn't want to take it in just a normal car, I don't think.
So far here, the hospital, I really enjoy it. They go on strike. They're fixing to go on strike again, so I don't know about my longevity of my contract here, how that goes. I think they're supposed to offer you to work, the contract people, they're supposed to offer you to work, and I think you get like $40 extra an hour, so they're supposed to make some type of offer like that for you to stay on through the strike. And the people who are striking don't throw things at you and get all angry at you and stuff. They understand your contract, they know your face, they've seen you there. Nobody's going to be, mean to each other. They just pick it with their little signs and don't show up for work until it's over. That's basically it. Nobody's going to be mean to anybody or cut anybody's tires, or they don't do stuff like that. Because they do this all the time. They've been union, for years. So yeah, I like the hospital. It's not a big hospital. There is a lot of homeless and drug population, a lot more than I expected. At first it really wasn't, but once summer hit, I guess, they come out of the woodwork in the summer and live on the streets, and they live the overpass outside the parking garage, and they have tents on the interstate, and they hop through the fence and come over to the hospital. And I've had a couple of crazy incidences with people, like one running up to me in the parking lot saying that he needs mental help, and he was so erratic. I called Marcus on the phone and made him stay on the phone with me anyway the whole time. And then he come at me again in the hospital, got up in my face and, I need to know what, and just all spastic. And at least there was people inside where there wasn't outside. So I usually carry like pepper spray in our parking garage because I have seen some homeless people there, but they've put up a gate. They've gated the whole bottom of the parking garage. They've, a couple of times recently, I've seen security at shift change in the morning when day shift is coming in, standing, monitoring the outside of the garage. So, I mean, they're putting in some efforts. Now the only way in the garage, unless you scale 2 or 3 stories up and go over the wall, the only way in the garage is you're on camera 360, so if something happens, they at least know. I saw a car pulling out 3 or 4 weeks ago that had the whole back window busted out of it, so they're at least trying. They're putting in the effort. But the patients are, it's a good ratio, really. They're striking for better ratios, but rarely have I had 6 patients. Most of the time I have 5 or 4, which is, you don't see them.
Stopped. Well, I guess video stopped on me. I don't know. Maybe I hit something. So
I don't know when it stopped.
We'll crank it back up. So anyway, we're getting kind of closer. We ought to start seeing there's going to be some campgrounds on our left. The Little Truckee River is on our left here. Can't see it right now. It's kind of hard to see. I mean, there's going to be trees everywhere. But they have some campgrounds set up and stuff, and we're not getting too awful far from our turn to the Independence Lake. See, it's a campground a quarter mile. Of course, once again, we follow the brown signs. There's some campers and stuff back in there. At least one. A tent camper. I'm glad you noticed the video wasn't running. I didn't even know it wasn't running. I was just talking to nobody, I guess. Sometimes I do that anyway. I just talk to myself. Y'all ever talk to yourself? What are you looking at me like that for?
Because you're weird.
I know I'm kind of weird.
Tahoe
But you
National Forest.
like my level of weirdness.
Apparently, we're compatible on our levels of weirdness.
It does.
Crazy.
It appears so.
Oh, that's a cool bus. Long. That's the longest bus I think I've ever seen. It's crazy.
Another reflection like ours. cool spot. I know you see the post on the side of the road. That's where when the snow gets high, you can see where the road's at. And I guess you can gauge how high the snow is for that as well. Supposedly it gets pretty high. Hey, and guess what? We ain't got bit by a mosquito all summer.
No, not one.
Not one mosquito. Taylor hasn't had any fleas, no ticks, no nothing.
They don't have those things here.
Yeah, they just don't have it. I guess because it's such a, low humidity, they just don't survive. Which I am pretty freaking happy about that.
Yes.
We started to go down this road right past this excavator here on the right and just go look and see. We went down just a little ways and turned around. It was kind of late in the day, so we didn't stay long. There's another one of those exploration days. Maybe me and Taylor, John is at work, me and Taylor may just get out and go ride down that road and see where it goes. See if we can see some animal mammals. I keep hearing about bears, but we have yet to see a bear.
Yep. I think says there's bears and mountain lions and all that around this lake. And the other day, it kind of scared me. Marcus was he decided to see how fast he could go or something. Anyways, he just kept going, and I was like stuck in a little place there where the wind was blowing me, where I was just paddling.
Oh, in the kayak.
Yeah, in the kayak. So we get to this one spot, and I hear rustling, but don't see anybody, anything. It's not where the walking trail was or anything. And Taylor loses her mind barking over in the woods. She like had that nose going 1,000 miles an hour, and I mean, she just went ballistic. So I don't know what she smelled, but it was something she apparently did not like at all.
So here's our Independence Lake turn. I hope this whole, it looks like this whole van full of people.
Oh, crap, no.
It's probably going the same place we're going.
Surely not.
Either that or they got to pee. It don't look like there's nobody in there. It's just the driver.
Cool. Oh, and he's going to pee. Yeah.
We'll see.
Stop there and pee, dude.
Look at there, snowmobile parking. Did you need to stop and use the restroom?
No, I'm good.
I think that'll be pretty good. Yeah, some restrooms are hit and miss. That's a little vault toilet over there. That's a miss.
That's an emergency. You have to go. We stop there.
Yeah, that one's not
nasty.
That clean. There's a vault toilet up here where we're going, and you can see no fires, high fire danger. Yeah, these pine trees are like kindling. I mean, it's like they're soaked in sap, and they're stupid flammable. So that's the reason there's so many fires in this area. Yeah, we got a vault toilet up here at Independence Lake. It's a lot cleaner. It's still a vault toilet, but I mean, things are clean. I think there's usually a little bit of hand sanitizer and maybe some cleaner if you want to, clean off the seat before you sit down or something. So, anywho, I still need to get my ears to pop, but now we're going downhill a little bit, so I guess it's going to continue to be different. Taylor's kind of chilled in her little cat bed, sitting there on top of the thing. She was definitely excited to get ready to go. It was pretty funny because I had one of those little turkey jerky sticks or whatever, little snack sticks, and she loves them things. So I was trying to get her to come to me, and I had a snack stick, but I also had her little harness that she has to put on so we don't, we try to put that on her when we travel, that we can put her little seatbelt leash on and not be around her neck, because if something happens, I don't want her to go flying through the window, and I definitely don't want her to be hooked by her neck, when something happens or get thrown forward. But anyway, she won't let me put it on unless I run and catch her. Jonna, she just lays it on the floor and asks her if she wants to go for a ride, and she'll come walking over and just pick her up and put her in it. So I don't know, I couldn't even entice her to come over and let me do it, even with a meat stick.
She likes the way Mommy does it.
I guess.
She's like a little kid. I know. I want Mommy. Mommy do it.
Independence Lake, 5 miles. So here's our turn to our Independence Lake. Dancing Pines. I don't know what Dancing Pines is.
I've heard of that.
Now we're going to turn into gravel. This ain't bad right here. You can see it's all rocky though, so you can see the rocks kind of sticking up here and there. Takes a little ways doing this, and they'll tease you with this right here because you can go over a bridge, and you're like, oh, okay, the road got so much better. This ain't gonna be bad at all. And then you realize that they just paved it just for this little bitty spot, so they put the bridge in. Oops, big drop. Yep, you can see how that's gonna work. Okay. I'll pick it up during this one so it don't rattle your brain. Oh, you gonna carry it? Thank you. Thank you, dear. Gianna's gonna have the camera now. My professional videographer.
There's our baby dog. That's how she rolls on the console.
Cello, how are y'all doing?
And she lays right on the console. We got her a cat bed, and she's pretty chill there.
Yeah, this isn't really four-wheel drive necessary. It's going to be fairly decent for the most part up until you get to a...
Sorry it's so bumpy. If we get a GoPro, it won't be like this. It'll be able to level itself where it don't make your car sick.
Anyway, this ain't that bad. You get up here closer to these meadows or whatever. There's a...
See, there's lots of offshoots in different
They have a
roads.
wedding venue up here, you know, a real pretty place, I think. They do some stuff.
And this is kind of wide too, up until you get to the venue.
Yeah. So yeah, this is more some of the big boy type stuff. I really want to see if I can drift this car around some of these corners.
Yeah, we're not going to do that today here.
Just a
We
good
haven't-
old bonus.
We have a trip coming up. Dude,
What?
stop or I'm going to stop recording.
I'm just enjoying myself.
Shove him
Why
out
have
of the
you
car.
got so much? Why am I not allowed to have
Really
fun
going to shove him out of the car.
and enjoy myself? Independence Lake to the right, 3 miles. I didn't know we'd done come to this. I don't know what some of these little offshoots are. I guess I need to figure that out. I think some of this is private property though. It's probably going back to somebody's house. Of course, everything back here is going to be off grid. If you're back here, you don't have any electricity or nothing like that. That camper has been here for a long time. See the movable bridge sitting over there? You just drag the bridge over here and put it across this creek if it floods, I guess. You'll see the creek in a minute. Somebody's got them a makeshift bridge. It's a ladder. They've got some stuff. See it on the right? Here's a little creek. This ain't very deep, so there ain't no worries driving through this.
See, there's a little walking bridge over there.
Somebody's been driving through here. Probably a lot of people.
Hopefully.
Oh! Well, we just dumped
We lost
Taylor.
our dog.
Taylor, you okay?
You okay?
Now you making it. You was sitting there
Come
all
here.
happy
Oh.
and you was all happy and
Come
stuff.
here,
We
baby.
just dumped you off
Come
on the dadgum floor. I'm sorry.
Poor baby.
You killed her, John. Killed her.
I'm sorry. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Poor baby dog. She just she just went sliding backwards
Yeah.
in the back
Well, I
floorboard. She
guess
was
it's kinda-
stretched out and sleeping
I
too,
guess it's kind
man.
of like phones. We kind of need to pick her up and hold on to her too when
Poor
we're going down some of
baby.
these roads.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to lose my baby dog. I promise. Oh, did I hurt her little paw? I'm sorry, baby. That
This
was-
road really ain't bad. It just, you know, you'll hit certain spots that'll, you have to go a lot slower.
There's the wedding venue, so now it's gonna narrow.
Mitchell's Mountain Meadows.
It's like a cabin, so now the road it gets a little, less traffic worthy.
I don't think they're maintaining it as well because they're not running the business, which I get. Big old.
Sorry if you hurt your paw, baby.
Oh yeah, it's free range too. So you're liable to see some cows.
Oh yeah, free range cows were in the road the last time we came, right up beside of it. Yeah, it gets really narrow. So if somebody comes, you have to be creative.
See, look at here. We're gonna rock crawl with a Pathfinder.
Yeah.
You got to kind of pick your path here.
Oh, it doesn't look that bad on video, but it's some pretty.
It's not
ruts.
bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But it's all that I probably need to be doing. With
You can't do
Pathfinder.
this in just a regular car.
You might could, but you're liable to tear some. You're liable to be missing parts
You're
when
gonna
you
be
get back.
missing some parts. Yeah, probably important parts, or you'll be real leaky and drippy when you're done.
Leaky and drippy.
Yeah, because you're fixing to lose some underbelly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry about the quality here.
Oh, it's all right. This is excellent quality. So we're gonna pick our line. We'll say this side would be better.
It really doesn't look like big ruts or rocks or anything on the video. It never does, or the pictures. It never looks as deep or rutted as it is.
But this is fun. This is the kind of stuff we do. This is part of the reason we're really seriously debating on whether or not we need to be getting a Jeep.
Yeah.
Might have a little bit more durability doing stuff like this. Side. Let's do this side. Well, now I'll try to trek back over this side.
Ooh. All right.
There we go.
All for the love of kayaking, man.
Oh yeah.
On a lake that's not that. Oh, that one's big.
Yeah, that's a little bigger.
This one's gonna be a nice dip.
Here.
Ah.
Making a lot of weird noises over
I
time.
know, right? Good thing I don't have to pee. I would already wet myself.
Let's see.
Oh my.
Yeah, let's take the left.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming. I'll stay on their side of the road.
Yeah, it seems like going inside is the worst the whole way to the lake, and the coming outside is pretty much smooth. I guess it's the natural flow of the water through here or something. I don't know. It's all.
It's just rocky soil. It's
Yeah.
just,
The path going in is
Yeah.
the worst.
yeah, you wouldn't want to take the Impala or the Buick down through here, I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make it, but you're
I don't
liable
know.
to tear your stuff up too. Nobody wants to do that.
And it would be super dirty. I'll show you how dirty when we get
Now,
out.
the Super Nissan, it can do it.
We're gonna
I've
have
done
to.
bought a bunch of screws and stuff and put the panels that was coming off back on it.
Yeah. Or we tried to use it for a snow plow, and it wasn't really built to be a snow plow. Well, it surprised us, granted.
Yeah, it's one of them. Maybe it'd get better right up here, and it didn't.
Yeah.
And then you have to back up and drag it.
Yeah, and then the snow got pretty deep. And the thing is, it was what, like 70 degrees on down, and we went up this little mountain pass.
I do agree, though. This
Yeah,
is
it was a
rattling
lot
the
of
pee out
snow.
of me.
Yeah, I gotta pee.
So I guess I can go to the bathroom. I'm perfectly fine with just stopping right here and pissing.
I can't do that. I don't want to do that.
You don't want to. There you go. There you go. That's the option.
Yeah.
Let's see, man.
Could
This
if
is
I had
better.
to, but I don't have to go that bad right now.
It's a short car.
Ah.
It's like
Oh.
a tire puncture.
I might have to pee before we get there. I don't know.
See,
It was 3 miles,
if you
so
be on the side of the road, it makes the video more interesting.
yeah, we're not
Everybody get
doing
kicked
that
out of
either.
that. What was that?
A sigh.
All right, Karen. Oh gosh, that's a pretty big one right there.
Hey, Karen.
And let's see what we can do here. I'm trying to concentrate on what the hell I'm doing, so I'm gonna stop. Bam! Super Pathfinder. The reason we call it a Pathfinder, it'll find us a way through.
So long as we don't lose a tire, I'm good.
I would just put some more off-road tires and a winch on this, but it's not geared very low. It's got a different style transmission, and I just ain't not real confident in its abilities to do anything more than what we're doing.
I'm keeping hands on my baby dog.
And bigger tires and all that stuff's going to throw off the speedometer and make it actually geared even higher, basically. So that's not what we want.
There's a bear over there. Probably just asleep.
What are you over whispering about?
I said, I thought I saw
You
a
think the
bear
bears
over
can hear
there.
you?
It may be just a stump. Something moved. Where's the? Oh, it could have been a cow. I bet you there's cows back there. We saw the cows the last time. That looks interesting. There wasn't a gate there. We'd go check it out. There's a gate.
Probably private property. We did see a house.
1.5
down
miles. So we halfway there.
there. We did see a house when we was kayaking. We pulled over and there's some picnic tables along the lake. We just pulled over the picnic table and had a little lunch break and picnic. And when we did, we looked behind us. There was a house back there in the woods. So it might be their driveway.
Oh yeah, I bet you it is. Because I haven't seen another way to get in there.
It'd be a beautiful place to be, but it's kind of, think about the forest fires and stuff, it can be kind of scary too.
I wonder if they had a fire here because nothing looks burnt.
They
Other
probably have at
places-
some point in time. It may
Other
be
places stuff looks really burnt. Here it looks like they've spaced out the trees, the tree line. Looks like they've taken down some trees. Maybe to keep it from being a hazard. I don't know. But nothing looks burnt
You don't
here.
feel
Everywhere
bad.
else you go, you can tell that the trees are still alive, but the bottom half is completely burnt.
So make sure you ain't getting that A-pillar.
The what?
The A-pillar. I know that last video I done, you had a lot of A-pillar in it.
Okay, yeah, this. That's
Not
what he's
fussing
calling
at you. I
an
appreciate
A-pillar.
you doing it. I know, but
He's
it
so
just,
fuzzy.
oh, get over it, girl.
He's
I'm
so
just saying,
fuzzy.
you get the A-pillar in
He's
there.
so fuzzy.
Video. I ain't supposed to use that term, am I?
I don't know. Folks around here like my accent.
Yep.
It's a guessing game, but they're nicer about it here. They're Tucson. They're like, "Where are you from?" So they think if you have a country accent, maybe you don't know what you're doing. But here, oh, they just,
Ow.
they love it. That was a little dramatic.
Hush yourself.
That is pretty right there, and
See.
it turns out pretty on this video too. The colors are very pretty. Sketchy little road. Ah.
Being a little dramatic there, aren't you, John?
The road's a little rough there.
Come on by yourself, woman.
Don't make me tip over your kayak today.
Be bright. Sunshine.
Okay. Gonna be a
I
bride.
still need to get my ears plugged.
Can I pop them for you?
I know you was gonna say some shit like that. You and that smart mouth you got. You will drown you out here.
He probably will. If I go missing, y'all.
You're gonna have some more missing signs put up.
Well, I will be
Oh, you
easily
know what?
found here because
You
the
know,
water's
you keep
clear.
running
But
your mouth, I'm gonna help look for you too.
You probably ain't lying. You'd be the first one there in the search party.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to her. They'll find me with concrete shoes at the bottom of the lake. He'll even break it all up, probably put rocks over me so I can't be found easily. Probably put some gray paint on me too so I blend in with them.
Well, obviously, one of us has put a lot more thought into this than the other has. Doing it as a little smart out comment. You put some real thought and time and energy into it.
Must have been Skyline. All right. Up
Well, we're making a vehicle. Let's see here, right here.
We can get up here on this bank.
Yep. Hope they're not leaving because there's no kayaks or nothing.
No, I do too. I haven't seen any other vehicles, so maybe it won't be.
It's the first vehicle we've seen.
I'm hoping people got here early to fish and leave around lunch. I'm sure that's the case.
I don't know.
You know,
We'll
people
see.
like to fish early.
We usually do this. We've done this past in the week. We haven't been up there on weekends. We'll see. We have to turn around and come back out. So be it. We had a good ride.
Yeah.
Then we'll go somewhere else and swim or whatever.
Yeah. There's plenty of places around here to swim. Goodness. All right.
What is that? That's what you're doing. Uh-oh. Oh, somebody had to pee. Either that or that's all the parking that you find. I don't know.
Oh, that kid looked weird.
Was there somebody in there?
Yeah, and he was going.
He was going,
freaking
"Oh."
weirdo. He was going.
Right.
Weirdo, man. That's one of those people looks like you should follow for missing persons. Alright. To the parking area.
We'll see whether or not there's anybody in the overflow parking. I hope there's not. If there's not, it means there's a shit ton of people here.
Yeah, that was a weird looking kid. I don't know if I got that on video or not, but y'all need to pause it and check him out and blow it up or whatever. He looked creepy.
If it's a weird looking kid, don't watch the video.
Yeah.
If he does, we will be gone before he notices it.
Yeah. Oh, now I really, really have to pee now.
You want me to stop and let you run off in the woods?
No, we can
We're
make it
behind
to
the
the
rock.
bathroom.
I called him in the bathroom
Uh-uh.
first. Oh, shit. I called him.
You can't call it.
I just did. I just did. First. That's all you got to do if you want Elijah to come on. Just get in front of him and say, first. Oh, here
Yep.
comes us another vehicle. See, they're willing to tear up their shit, too, to have a good time. I'll pull over here in this wide spot.
Come on, is that a Pathfinder as well?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a
So they can
Nissan
make
as
it.
well.
We can make
Nissans
it. We
are
can
awesome.
do it.
We can do
Do
it.
it.
Pathfinders are cool. Marcus don't like them. That's okay.
It works. So there's the overflow parking and nobody's in it, so this may be a good sign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch where you go through this little dip at too. I started to go that way and there's like where a post was cut off.
Oh yeah.
So you need to actually go through it. Don't try to avoid the dip. Any animals out there?
Just that one.
Just that one. she says. Okay. So here we go. Like the bathroom is currently in use. The boy, the little doggy. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You're right over here beside this other truck. And they ain't gonna block nobody in like this, have they got that one kind of blocked off. Let me try that. I think it's be better. Alrighty, guys.
Okay.
As y'all can tell, we are here. So we just got ourselves checked in. We're walking back here, so we're going back here to see if we can pick us out a kayak. I got like 3 or 4 waters and some snacks in my backpack. So last time we had some kind of Hobie, and it was pretty cool. See, they got some that are 2-seaters if you want it. That's not going to work for us. If you want a long one, that right there, that gray one, that one right there is the same type I had the last time. Kind of.
Which one?
That tannish one, the Hobie, that's the same kind I had. It looks like it's a Quest 13. But anyway, y'all see where we are. I'll get back on here in a minute when we're out in the water and we've got things picked. Well, I don't know. I'll keep you on here. This would probably be a good one.
This one?
Yeah. You don't have a dry hold though. You know what I mean? You've got a spot back here you can put your stuff, but it's not going to necessarily be perfectly dry. If you want something that's going to have a dry, that Quest 13 over there will be dry. And that other one beside it may be. Yeah. Let's take these two right here. These two right here. So I'm going to get in an ocean kayak. Here, so do you want this one or this one? Which one you want? I'll take this one because, or it don't matter.
You'll take this one?
It doesn't make me any difference. This one's longer. I was going to take this one because it looks like it's longer and I'm heavier. Or you can take it. It don't matter. I was going to take that one because it looks like it's longer. Maybe it'll hold my weight a little bit better is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right.
Take that one.
Yeah, it's not. I guess you got footrest kind of. But these are like the cheap ones that they have at the thing.
Here's your dry hold bag.
Huh? Oh, thank you. Anyway, I'll get back to y'all. So, made it out here. We're kayaking. Having a good time. Got my funky looking toes, my deformed toes out here. Here comes John. John is slower than I am, or Taylor. I guess she has to miss a Taylor lot. Then we're going to head over towards this other kind of bank. Try and check it out. Here's what we're doing. That little yellow kayak back here, that boy can't be over, I don't know, Elijah's age. He's got to be pretty close, probably younger than Elijah, I think. But he's out here doing it. There's John, D, and Taylor. Out here enjoying our day. It's a little bit choppy, but not bad. I mean, it doesn't feel awkward. You can't see the bottom right here, but we're in some pretty damn deep water right here too. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here. We're still at it. We're out here kayaking and doing our thing. Let me get myself straightened up a little bit.